Hello, this is Malorian, and this will be a 31-point game in my Abyslonia versus Goreshade. So where this game came from was the whole idea where me and my brother were talking about how we have these casters that we own but have never used yet. So for me, I have Abyslonia. I've had her for quite a while. I half painted her and just kind of never had interest to go any farther. And then for him, he recently got Goreshade, and he just actually put them together just as we were setting up for this game. As far as 31 points go, that's just because we were talking about some tournaments that have some weird point totals, and we're trying out this here. It actually worked out pretty well for me. I was able to take the Scythian, Typhon, Angelius, and then 3 Shredders. And really the whole idea there is Carnivore on the Scythian. I'm going to have the whole Reach on the Typhon, and then Forced Evolution on the Angelus, and of the, of course, Tenacity as well, so you have the good old Defense 17. For his side, he's taking those Raiders. He has a whole Bile Thralls. He has the one Jack that can shoot you, draw you in. He has a Stitch Thrall, and then he has a Scarlock, and as well as little Ghost Pirate guys. And that's another unit he's never used before. The mission we're going for is the one that's Restoration, so your objective on your side could be activated to heal you, and to get points you have to destroy your opponents and control the zone and do that twice, and you know what, that's pretty hard to do. So what I'm planning to do in this game here is to really switch over to the left, kill those guys first. The only way I can kill these Ghost Pirates is with Abyslonia, and so I'm hoping they're going to come in, maybe try and dedicate on my objective, which they really shouldn't be able to destroy, and then she can start picking them off while my beasts first get rid of the Raiders, and then Typhon with the spray gets rid of the Bile Thralls, and then just kind of go from there. And then this is a fast picture from his side, because some of his stuff was hidden behind some of his own terrain, so this is his army. My first turn then, I'm basically just rushing on up and putting up those upkeeps that I was talking about. His turn, he rushes up too, and I was a little bit surprised to see just how fast those pirates were. So they're going to be on me pretty quick. So like I said, I really want to dedicate to that left side with some sprays, hopefully kill some of his raiders. And then, hopefully what the idea is that he'll be able to go after Typhon, shouldn't be able to destroy him, I can feat, and then really just lay into him. So basically that's what I did. However, when I started spraying, damn, those raiders are hard to kill with ranged. And even with me boosting, I only was able to kill 2 of them. So that was pretty disappointing. I have a Shredder up there just to kind of slow them down. But still, I think I'm going to be fine. It shouldn't be too bad. His attacks, though, were insane. So the whole Raider solo came over and destroyed the Shredder. So that I felt that was a little bit unlucky. I don't know what the math is on it, but I didn't think she'd be able to do it all on her own with me behind a wall there. But the other thing is that then all the Raiders went after Typhon. And at first, things are going to go fairly well. I mean, my defense is fairly high. I had a tenacity on everything. But then fairly early on, he got the whole Horns attack to go off and knock me down. And I thought, even then, I'll be okay. Then he started rolling some rolls like 6, 6, 6, 5, because he has a little mini feat to give an extra damage dice as well. And you know what? That just did it. And all of a sudden, Typhon's gone, and I'm in a totally different situation here. The only thing that he did that helped me was trying to shoot me with this whole Hex Bolt thing that scattered and killed one of his own pirates. But already, I'm being tied up out of the zone, and with all those Bile Thralls there and no sprays to kill him, I'm in a lot of trouble. So this is a kind of a glary picture, but really what happened is that the Scythian first went and killed what he could within his range. Then I went with Abyslonia, went over to hide basically, and then switched up the upkeeps because I really need that +2 to hit with the Carnivore. So I put that on the Angelius and Forced Evolution on the Scythian. After that, the Angelus did awesome and killed another 5 of them, so the whole unit was all gone. I'd hoped with the whole overtake I could move back behind the wall, but that was actually couldn't work because I couldn't stop any one of those halfway up on the wall. So that was pretty unfortunate. And yeah, I just gotta kind of hope that he doesn't roll too great with his biles and then go for a counter. His turn 3 then, and really what happened here is he moved up Goreshade's little girly to bring down my defense, and then had his one jack boost to drag me all the way over, and then just beat the hell out of me with Goreshade, using up all of his focus, and then he feats to not only bring in the Banes to finish me off, but also to try and get in the way. With his other ghosts, he doesn't able to hit my caster, but he kills my two other shredders. All of his biles went off, of course, before this to help damage and do all these things. They're all gone, but oh man, I basically, as you can see from this, I'm screwed. I'm in a horrible position, and my only hope now is that my Scythian can pull off a charge or a trample to get into that little hole that is just to the left of Goreshade there, because he's not really set up for me to have reach and get past those guys. Those guys should have been a little bit farther out. So I had that one assassination idea, and that's about it. And really, that whole idea, this died from the very beginning, because in order to be forcing to buy attacks and stuff, Abyslonia had to be farther up, so I took 2 free strikes from these ghosts. He rolled like fire and killed me. And so, there you go, game's over. But just to really kind of test it out, we wanted to see if my plan would have even worked, and in the end, Goreshade's little girly was just perfect, so that there's a few millimeters that blocked me from getting past her, and so it wouldn't have worked even if I wouldn't have died to the free strikes. So yeah, like I said, a loss to Abyslonia, my first time using her, and man, was it just a crushing defeat. You know, some things we talked about after was, of course, he did have some pretty good lucky rolls to kill some of those things off, and we also talked about some other strategies of things I could have done. For example, he was talking about something I never thought of, which is I could have one of my things with open fists, and in this game here, it could have been Typhon, because with that one upkeep on him, he had open fists. Could have gone and done a double-handed throw on the Agelius to really get her up there and get some really massive threat range going on, as long as I rushed up Abyslonia to force for the extra stuff. But, you know, in the end, there wasn't much to really see from this. I guess one thing I didn't like about this is I did find her pretty boring. That's one of the reasons why I didn't really go much with her. I mean, her whole shtick is to take 3 beasts, buff them up, go get them, and then just heal and hope your feat does something. And I'm just not really into those things. Plus, I see way too much infantry, and other than taking Typhon or something, it's not like she has the Eruption of Spines or anything to really deal with that. So, anyway, there you have it, and we'll have more games later.